Good morning. My animals are up and rolling this morning. I don't get it. So, why is it that Rocky is so compelling? It's because, how he does this. And how does he do it? He makes a decision. And let's remember that the word decision comes from the Latin incision, which means to cut off from. So, whenever we truly make a decision, we're cutting ourselves off from any other option, from any other opportunity. If you've ever met somebody who's quit smoking, or if you ever have quit smoking, when they finally hit the point where they quit, not smoking is actually easy. It's actually effortless because they don't just quit smoking, they make a decision that they're not that type of person. And if you ask them about it, you can tell by the language that they use. Go to a former smoker and ask them, do you smoke? They won't just say no. They're compelled to give you more information. They'll say no, and then they'll say, I'm a non-smoker. You'll see the same thing with alcohol. If there's somebody who's gone through AA, yes, see, Marley's up this morning. If there's somebody who's gone through AA or who has recovered in some fashion, they won't just say, if you say to them, would you like a drink? They won't just say no. They're compelled to tell you, I don't drink. And they'll say something like, I don't drink, I'm a non-drinker. Most of the time you'll hear, I don't drink, and then you'll hear, I'm not a smoker. So what they're telling you is not just no, but that I'm not that type of person. If you've got somebody that's never gone through the struggle, somebody that's never smoked, and you offer them a cigarette, not that anybody would do that these days, but they just say no. If you've talked to somebody who's doesn't drink, but it was never a thing, they just don't drink anymore or don't feel like drinking that night, they'll just say no. But the recovering person will tell you that they're not that type of person. So when you truly make a decision, you actually change your identity. Somebody who's gone from being overweight to being super fit has now changed their identity. They've changed their standards. And once they do that, the way that they don't go back is they continue to reaffirm that identity. And that's where language is so important. We've talked about this over and over again. The language that you use is significantly important in terms of who you become. So I'm a non-drinker. I'm not that type of person. And it's super interesting if you ever hear that from somebody. If somebody doesn't just say no, they say, no, I don't drink. You know that person has gone through recovery. And it's interesting how they're compelled to say that. Because I'll say that. When somebody says, do you want a drink? I don't just say no. I say, no, I don't drink. I'm compelled to give that answer to tell them I'm not that type of person, which doesn't mean that you look down on people who do. It just means you're reaffirming to yourself that it's not something that you do. So one of the great things about Rocky is you watch him make a decision. And by the way, what's the decision? Everybody wants to go outside now. In the first movie, the decision is, I'm going to take Apollo Creed to 15 rounds. That's the first movie, right? And he does. He doesn't say he's going to win. He says he's going to take him to 15 rounds. What's the decision in the second movie? The decision in the second movie is to win. And what's his motivation? His wife. She's the one that says, win. So his decision in the second movie is completely different. Quiet. She doesn't like it when I'm on the phone. The point there is, remember when you decide, you got to decide with specificity. I'm going to lose some weight is not enough. A specific amount by a specific time. A goal is a dream with a deadline. I want to have more money. Great, here's $1. Now you've got more. You need a specific amount by a specific time. Then you do why, then you do the plan. But the great part that we watch, that we feel so compelled, is this decision that we're going to live life in a different way. So I woke up last night, as happens to me sometimes about 2 a.m. I threw on the movie The Martian. Great movie with, I always forget his name, Matt Damon. Great movie with Matt Damon where he gets left on the planet. If you've never seen this movie, by the way, it's a lovely movie, especially as we're going through all this stuff that we're going through right now. You need a nice Sunday afternoon movie to make you feel good. Try The Martian. It's a lovely movie. And so Matt Damon gets stranded on Mars, and all of a sudden he looks at the camera and makes a decision and says, I'm not going to die. And he had no idea how he was going to accomplish that at that time. And he started out with a plan, and then the plan changed, and then the plan changed, and then the plan changed. But the point is, he made a decision. I'm not going to die on this planet. And I'm going to figure out how to do that. I have no idea how I'm going to figure out how to do that, but I'm going to figure out how to do that. This is a muscle. Making a decision is like anything else. It's a muscle. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So start out small. Make a small decision, and you can't fail, because if you choose not to decide, you're still making a choice. That's still a decision. So we're doing this all the time. So you can't fail. So figure it out. Figure out what it is that you want to do. Start small and start making decisions, and then keep score. And if you want, share them here, so now you're going to have more leverage in order to accomplish your results. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. My Uncle Bill, Mr. Lampy, good to see you. Miss Moyer, always great to see you. And Miranda, thank you so much for watching, too. Have a great day, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.